Camp MendingHeart is a weekend event for kids at Riverside Retreat Center. Have some free time, they've got some therapeutic interventions, they have small groups where they get to be a little bit more intimate in their thoughts and their feelings and expressions. And it's just a space where they can be kids. Sometimes at home we limit their play if their loved one was sick because they've got to be quiet or they have to help take care of them. Or sometimes after a death they feel like they can't play, they can't be kids because maybe if they are acting happy, then mom or dad or whomever is raising them will think that they don't miss their parent or their sibling or their grandparent or whoever they lost.
I guess when I was in camp, I felt a little bit better because I could be more open about my feelings. Then I had to keep them in. Because there's people who were like me, so I felt really nice and felt a little bit sad, but it felt good to let it all out. My favorite activity would probably be where we did the writings and the mask, because I was able to express myself in a certain way that I couldn't really do in others. I was able to write down my feelings and just throw it away.
Songwriting is an intervention that music therapists often use in music therapy sessions. For songwriting, it gives the patients, or in this case, patients, an opportunity to express themselves in a different way. Oftentimes you think of music therapy as singing songs or playing drums, but they actually get to put their voice and create something and to allow it to be heard for others. It's not just writing a poem or writing a story, but actually putting it to an art form that they're able to share together. And so songwriting is a really great intervention to use, especially with kids that are so excited and have lots of ideas to share with each other and with others. So the song that we created, it's called Stand By You, was a mixture of all their words of advice that they would say to somebody else, and in turn, the things that they needed to hear themselves. Because it really was the kids each sharing their own experience of things that have helped them and putting it into one form. And so throughout the song, there are words like, we're gonna stand together through this. You can find somebody to talk to, you can cry, you can, all these ways that they can get through their grief and to be able to continue in their life and not let this event hold them back, but instead to have the memories help them to be stronger of their loved one that had passed. And ended up being very powerful and empowering for each of the kids. and make them proud. And it's okay to cry. Just pray for others and you will be okay. Oh, you're not alone. And I'm gonna stand by you. Remember memories you have with them. It will make you happy. Let your emotions out. They're always in your heart. Oh, you're not alone. And I'm gonna stand by you.
Camp MendingHeart has grown from our first year to our second year. The first year we had 17 children and it was a one-night camp. And the second year we had 36 children participate in a 2-night overnight camp. Avow offers our Children's Services program, which serves children ages 5 to 17. And this is related to loss such as death or divorce, deployment of a loved one, loss of a friend, a traumatic event at school. So we have different services such as grief workshops, Camp MendingHeart, individual counselings at the schools. We have a teen movie night. And this just allows a lot of different ways for the children to be able to come in and experience a safe place for them to talk about their grief. It's really important for Avow to provide the Children's Bereavement Program so that we can support our mission. We create peace of mind by providing compassionate care and support to those who need us. The children in our community need us.
One of the goals at camp is to make sure that we're meeting everyone's needs, and different kids have different ways of processing and coping with their grief. And we found that if we can incorporate fun activities, arts, music, and different types of processing and ways to express, that this helps the children to all have a voice. Because every person may have a different way of processing. Some people like to talk, some people prefer to play music, some people like to draw and process through the art projects. And so all of those activities allow different ways for the kids to really express themselves and have an opportunity to speak in the voice that they have. Another thing that we do is we mix fun, like free time activities with the more therapeutic approaches and processing, because that allows the kids to have time to play, just join together, get to know each other, enjoy spending time together, and then have time to also do the more serious activities. Because if they process too much or spend all of their time doing activities to focus on the grief and loss, it may make them really sad and be hard for them to deal with and cope with during the camp.
After camp, we had a barbecue for the families to be able to attend, and we had a slideshow of some pictures from the camp. One of the moms came up to me after the camp, and she had tears in her eyes and talked about how she watched the video, and that was the first time that she saw her son smile since the loss of their loved one.
I hope when you take that jump, you don't fear the fall. I hope when the water rises, you build a wall. I hope when the crowd screams out, screaming your name. I hope if everybody runs, you you choose to stay.